Hey fellas, I'm back here today putting together a 12 bolt, and so I wanted to go over this. It's something that some guys, including myself, when I started doing this, I didn't quite understand this deal. And what it is it's solid pinion spacer. Now, your regular rear ends, most of them, are going to use one of these here, crush sleeve. And what this does is when you're putting your pinion in and setting your preload on your pinion bearings, this is what does it in a factory 10 bolt, 12 bolt, I think Ford 88, all those type of rear ends. What this does is it goes over here, and then when you put it in, your other bearings right here. So and then you got to crank on this thing like 300 foot-pounds with a long cheater bar to get this part to break over. This one's already been smashed. You got to get this thing to break over. And then when you do, you've got to bring it up slowly, and try to hit like between 16 and 20 inch-pounds. And you do that by getting a little inch-pound beam style like this, and then you put it out here and turn it. Well, it's real hard to hit that range with a crush sleeve, and so when you overdo it, you got to get another one. And if you're like me, I miss it 10 times, and I get another one and another one, and it's just dumb, and it's hard to do. So and also with this crush sleeve, if you ever got to change a pinion seal or anything, it's really a bear, because you have to try to run it back up and not crush it anymore, not put too much preload and blah, 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 and all that. And if you want to change it, you got to take everything apart, and it just sucks. So what they've came up with, this is the first one I've done, and disclaimer here, I'm no professional guy. This is the first time I've done these, but try to explain it a little bit. This is a solid pinion spacer. And so what this does is this obviously doesn't crush. You can see the difference in them. This goes on here like that, and then it comes with several little shims. And so what you do, you put it in there. You can measure this after you crushed it or whatever, the one that came out of it, and get close. But you just put it in there and start feeling. And so what you do is you just keep messing with these shims until you can put your beam style little inch-pound torque wrench on there and hit your 16 to 20, whatever you're shooting for. And what this also allows you to do is, you put your shims in here like that, and so then when your outer bearings here, well, you custom tune the bearing preload here with the shims. And this also allows you to easily, if you're going to change a pinion seal, or you want to put a racing pinion yoke in it or whatever, you just take it apart, change the seal, whatever, and put it back together and torque it. And now this one says torque it 125, so I'll put some red Loctite, and I got a new nut and everything to torque it on there when I get ready. But that allows you to take all this apart when it's in the car and put it back together, and you won't mess up your bearing preload. It'll go back to exactly the way that you had it. So I'm a big fan of these. I got this one just off of eBay. It's, they don't cost that much. I think this one was like $15. So, I'm buying 5 of these damn things. You're saving money. But so what I did run into was, this comes with one 10 thousandths spacer, two 12 thousandths, a 16 and a 20. Well, I needed right at about 14. So I was too tight and too loose, and there was no way to get it to 14. So what I did was I took this spacer, and I just put a piece of this from a belt sander flat on here, and I just rubbed it back and forth, right there, and kept miking it and with the calipers until I got it down. So I actually went too far with it, but that's fine, because I got, all them spacers, like 60 thousandths of spacers I can work with. So that worked out good. I can take too much off of it. You don't want to take 100 thousandths off, but just sand it down a little, check it, And so that worked out good. And what I ended up with was 2 12,000ths to make 24 thousandths. And that put me right on the line, right there, 20 on the high side and like 16 on the bottom when I was turning it. So that's a deal on solid pinion spacers. Like I said, I'm no pro, but so far I'm a huge fan of these things. It really, I don't think I'll ever try to use one of those pieces of junk again. So there we go. I'm going to put this thing together and probably make another video here on assembly to try to explain a little bit of it. So we'll see you.